Taking those deep breaths. Setting back, tuning into yourself. Let the information take you to where you want to be. Making conscious self-care moves. Thank you for dancing and breathing with me today. Greetings in love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerLightRadio.com, the healing frequency. That's right, family. We got to rock the world. Making those conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation is essential for self-success. Taking those deep breaths. Moving that body, taking the time to tune into yourself during this hour.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. I'm gonna make that change. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize.
There are some with no home, without a nickel to know. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone?
wanna make the world a better place, if you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and just make that change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change. Try to get it right while you got the time, 'cause when you close your heart, you close your mind. Na 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 na. Make that change. Oh yeah. Make that change.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Take a deep, deep, deep breath with me. You know what, family? It is the month of December, the first Wednesday in December, and this is Wisdom Wellness Wednesday. Talk with you. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. Thanking you for joining me on the friendship train. We're talking about making conscious self-health care moves. Mental observation view is essential for self-success. Where we sit back, take a deep, deep, deep breath, listen to the talk of the day, move around on the train, communicate, share, or just sit back in the meditating rooms and think about your week. And now that it's December, you can think about how you really move through this year and what you want to put in place starting now to carry over to next year. Because that's what I'm going to be doing. This recording for this live broadcast, this Wellness Wednesday, is all about me thanking you for coming aboard the friendship train. You know, we say this train stands for justice. This train stands for freedom. This train stands for harmony and peace. This train stands for love. Thank you for coming aboard the friendship train, bringing a friend, bringing your children, bringing the elders, and vice versa. The elders bringing the children, bringing the friend. The children have learned about the train ride, and now they're bringing their friends, and we are so thank you. So thank you, because we are so thankful for you joining us on the friendship train to making conscious self-health care moves. Because that's what time it is, family. This is the time, this is the season for everyone to learn about how to properly care for their mind, body, soul, their spirit, the peace and love that they want in their lives and in their hearts. And those that have been afraid and worried and concerned about disease, catching something, getting something, they have something they feel they stuck with for life. You know, on this train ride, there's more than hope. There is a way, and we share that way with you. So I'm so thankful for you being here. This will be the last live show until the end of the month. The last Wednesday of the month is when we have our panel radio show, where we have wonderful individuals on a panel that's going to talk about their year, what they want to share through their profession, what they do. You know, some of our past panelists has been Brother X, Kitty Owadu, Debbie Lutu Ventura. Wow, the guests that we have had on the panel, and there are going to be hopefully some new guests joining us on this year's panel radio show. So please tune in for that show. It will be live the last Wednesday of this month. I have a special recording that I want to share with you at the end. It's about 26 minutes. So we all going to sit back and just share and listen to the talk on this train ride and just think about all the information that has been shared with you about the science of lymphology, cellular ecology, and becoming your own wellness doctor, and how easy it is for you to do this with assurance, with self-love and self-care and self-respect, self-knowledge, self-worth, self-work. Just assurance in what you're doing for yourself and feeling good about it, and not being led by fear and false information and where people want to put you at and take you away from yourself and not let you honor who you are, not even letting you honor the breath of life. Lord! Take a deep breath, Karen. So I let my hands guide me today, and I picked up some few information that I'm going to share with you. Then we're going to sit back and listen to the recording. I'm going to tell you about it in a moment. And then we'll hear our song ending for the show. I'm in love with myself. Song by Chaka Khan. You gotta be in love with yourself, family, to make the decisions that you need and feel good about your decisions that you made. Definitely when you learn about the science of lymphology and cellular ecology and what's happening in the world of medicine and what's happening in the field of quantum health and healing medicine, for you to be able to properly take care of yourself and feel good about it and not needing anybody's permission to do it. So let's see what I got my hands on right here. I'm a rising phoenix. Oh Lord, we all are rising phoenix, and we rise above. We rise above any individual that want to hold us back and pull us down, and all the weight of the crows that's on our backs, saying, nah, you can't do it that way. You got to listen to the science. Remember the statement, science giveth and science take away. And what is truly science? Because once they know something, they can swing it, shift it, change it any way they need to do to get you to follow what they want you to do concerning your health. And it's all about fears. Putting that false education out there for you to accept it as reality, because they think that you too blind and you too stupid and you can't read and you can't understand scientific literature, what doctors have to say, what anybody has to say, because all you got to do is sit back and trust that inner intuition 100%, because that's what Reverend Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks do. Working in the non-secular science of medicine, honey, I trust myself so much it makes people go crazy because I don't follow the norm. But you know something too? I don't argue with nobody. I don't have to prove anything to anybody about how I want to take care of myself. No doctors, no anyone. I'm telling you. Woo, the doctors are running scared. You got healthcare organizations running scared. They calling people on the phone saying, have you had this done? Have you had that done? You really need to get this done. You know you're around our age. Since when they care so much about you that they gonna call you? They calling me. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't go for checkups. Annual checks up. I don't go for anything. I stopped all that long time ago. Yeah, I had this stroke. Put myself in the hospital. They didn't like the way I was telling them what to do and how I wanted to do it. And I told you on last week's show about all of that. You can go back and listen to that show. But family, community, and friends, I'm feeling so good, and I'm so blessed, and I'm so thankful. And the reason why I'm taking off from doing live shows this month, I'm going to play the best of 2021, because I really got to find me a place. I gotta find me a place if it's gonna be here in Washington, D.C., which the rent is sky high. And I do love living by myself, with myself. Oh, but just in case I might have to move to another state, I'm going to dedicate this month to finding which direction I'm going to move in. Because even though I'm thankful for where I'm at, I'm thankful for Brother Humam Abdul Malik sharing his space with me. It's been past time to go. And now it's time for me to really put this, they say, put the pedal to the metal and start that journey so I can find the spot that I need so I can continue to heal and grow and share and love myself even more, because I love when I'm on my own. Sitting back, taking that deep, 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 deep breath. I mean, truly, doesn't it make you feel good when you take a breath? You feel your whole body relax, and that's why I'm telling you, we gotta deep breathe every hour, every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes. Not only when you want to relax, but just breathing for the breath to support the purification system of the body. I'm telling you. Gary Zukov says, eventually you will come to understand that love heals everything, and love is all there is. And I'm telling you, love is all there is. Woo! Lord. I'm talking off the top as I'm looking at information to share with you. Because I'm just so excited. All I want to keep saying is I'm in love with myself. And on this train ride, you learn to do that too. And you don't have to sit back and get nobody else's approval for it. Be careful. Be very careful what you water your dreams with. Water them with worry and fear, and you will produce weeds that choke the life from your dreams. Water them with optimism and solutions, and you will cultivate success. Always be on the outlook for ways to turn a problem into an opportunity for success. Always be on the outlook for ways to nurture your dreams and your life. That's what we do here on the Friendship Train. There is no negative conversation, no persuading people, no putting anybody down. You know when you come on this train ride what it's all about. We are sharing nothing but honesty and truth, and allowing people to be where they are, take the time that they need to grow and understand. Some it may not be the train ride for them, but they know that before they come on board. So they don't come on board because they know what this train ride is all about. Know the world in yourself. Never look for yourself in the world, for this will be to project your illusions. That's an ancient Egyptian proverb. Family, community, and friends, I'm just telling you, this has been a blessed year. It's been so blessed for me having the opportunity to share with you the science of lymphology, cellular ecology, learning the prime variables to support you with understanding how the cells get in that flooded state, can hear, receive the energy, communicate with one another. Oh yeah, and there's only one way to move that excess fluid and excess sodium out, to push you in control. And that's why we're here sharing with you the science of lymphology. And just lesson 2 that we shared on last week's show gives you the foundation for understanding and where we'll be going in 2022, sharing that information with you. So family and community and friends, when a well-packed web of lies has been sold gradually to the masses over generations, the truth will seem utterly preposterous, and its speaker a raving lunatic. Call me what you want. I am sharing the truth. Even about this current pandemic state that we in, we've been here before. Oh yeah, I want y'all to go and check it out. I just happened to type in YouTube swine flu pandemic, and the information that came up in a video that I saw, y'all need to go check it out. See the history and see how they will fabricate information to get you in a panic, worrying state like they just did. Oh, family, community, and friends, I'm telling you, when you do not know who you are, you follow the knowledge of the world education system. Energy flows with information. So what outdated information are you currently aligning yourself with? Take the time and think about it, and think long about it. And you're going to seem totally different from where everybody else is. And that's okay, because Reverend, Doc, Karen, Khadijah Davis-Foulks, non-circular science of medicine. That's why it's the non-circular science of medicine. You see, non-medical scientific explanations of the cause, and if we could say cure of diseases, because we don't care about the disease name on this train ride. What we know is about cellular malfunctions. Cells will malfunction according to our perception, how we think, how we feel, slight injuries. Cells will malfunction. But you have all the power to correct them, as I did when I had the cellular malfunction of the stroke. Oh yeah. And now the eye being slightly hard for me to see out of. Some days I can't see out of it at all. But over this period of time that my eye has been like this, I feel improvement. I know it's getting better because I'm making the changes necessary. And it will happen. Just as I closed my eye and couldn't see out of it, I'm going to close my eye and wake up and see out of it. I know that. I know that to be true, to be for sure. And I'm going to make the necessary changes to make that happen. Signs of health and happiness. That's what I offer to myself, and that's what I'm offering to you. There are many, many forces beyond our control, but it is our thoughts and actions which ultimately control our destination or our destiny. And that's why I say it's time for you to truly be in love with yourself and make that shift. And you might feel a little bit nervous, but go ahead and do it. And the more your confidence grows, the more you feel good about things, life is going to make you feel whole to get inside. Yes, it will, family and community and friends. So my seniors on the train ride, sharing with other seniors, the senior wearology program. So many of our seniors are on medication, and now they've taken that shot and they're feeling down, and some of them don't want to take it, and we're here helping you understand why there's a need for you to really think about injecting poison in your body of that magnitude. Family, community, and friends, I'm just so relaxed, and I'm feeling so good, and I'm feeling so blessed, and I'm feeling so thankful, and I truly cannot wait until the end of the year program, the last Wednesday of this month, the panel radio show. We're going to have some great people. They're going to be sharing some information with you, how their year went, some more positive, uplifting information to empower you to continue to become your own wellness doctor. I just don't know how to say it or express it than the way I have expressed it through this whole year. It's truly about creating the world that you want to see, and breathing deeply, 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 and knowing that health is a choice. And here you're learning how to choose it, to feel confident in it, and making your decisions, because you have the power to make a change in your life. I'm telling you do. Family, community, and friends, life is consciousness. It's a state of consciousness. And what state of consciousness are you daily in? And what are you saying to yourself? Don't jump in and out of fear at all. I'm thinking about Baba Tim Morrow of Common Sense Herbs, and I'm thinking about a sister friend of mine, Dr. Chris Johnson. Neither one of them are with us in the physical anymore, but they are definitely here with us through the energetic vibrations of life, because we know energy never dies. It transforms and changes, but it never dies. And love is all there is. So I'm going to close out the show with a couple of statements so you'll be able to hear this 26-minute talk from the doctor or a PhD that's going to be sharing with us some information. The arc of ascension from 2021 to 2032. Heather Ainsworth. The video describes the profound time of change that we are in now through November 2024, and then the unfolding into culmination in 2032. This is a time of the word just twists my tongue all the time, meaning evolution and of ascension and resurrection into new ways of being in a new world. And that's why they want to put all this fear in you, because they don't want you to step up to the new world of understanding. And this is what we all have to do right now. So in closing, I'm going to leave with this dedication to me from Dr. Chris Johnson. She said, dedicated to the ultimate bushwoman, Dr. Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. I am bushwoman, formed from my father's hands, living breath of the universe, a balance of yin and yang, harmonious, glorious, powerhouse of positive creativity, humility, agulative, and energy. A flawless stroke of artistic creation, masterpiece am I, chosen to kiss the sky, able to change moods, focus, and direction effervescently. A fire warrior, dancing, pulsating, resonating in the wild rhythm of my passion. I am the precious essence of perfection, El Holmes' wondrous and fearful design. I am bushwoman, unmoved by media, stereotypes, or propaganda. No cosmetic force shapes in my reality. I am a Nubian goddess of mystery, a sexual creature of beauty. My hair flows free in the wind. My eyes are luminous. My skin glows in the shimmering sun. My being sings with amazing strength and vitality. Dangerous because I think courageous, because I take risks. Successful because I work powerful, because I come and go in peace. Wise because I embrace the integrity of the ages. Invincible because I believe in miracles. I choose infinity for my destiny. I am who God says I am. I am not afraid. I am not confused. And I will not be used. The earth is my playground. My inheritances of paradise and blessings. I belong here. I will take my royal place as queen, stand true to my creator, living and leaving my footprints in the cosmos, a legacy of my existence for all times, for I am resolved, undeniably and indubitably bushwoman. Dr. Chris M. Johnson, she wrote this, dedicated to me in 2009. Dr. Chris Johnson was a student of mine. You can hear her 3-part interview on my YouTube channel, K. Davis-Foulks. Dr. Chris Johnson. Please listen to that video, her journey from being on dialysis for over 20-something years and the last 6-8 months of her life, the joy she had when she changed her kayak scores, her kidney scores, and things were changing, and she was beaming and feeling good, and mostly because she changed her diet, and then she decided to stop going to dialysis, and all the wonderful things that was getting ready to happen for her. Family, community, and friends, I appreciate you so much. I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to share a couple of statements from Baba Tim Morrow of Common Sense Herbs, the founder, co-founder. And one of the things he said was, growing old don't make you sick. It's growing sick that makes you old. He said you can also run as well. You can only run as well as the fuel you use. Sometimes the only way to hold on is let go. After all, the beauty of the bird is in the flight. Another thing Baba Tim Morrow said is iatrogenetics means made sick by the healer. He also said iatrogenetics also means disease made or sickness made by doctor. In other words, he says, who want to overcome iatrogenetic disease, doctor-induced disease, we have a commitment to help those who want to overcome that. So along with Baba Tim Morrow, I also pledge our allegiance to those who want to help themselves. That is what this train ride is all about. Individuals that want to help themselves and become their own wellness doctor. So take the month of December, go back and listen to some of the shows for yourself. Awaken that in you that you need to awaken for yourself. And I leave you with this from Deepak Chopra. If we are creating ourselves all the time, then it is never too late to begin creating the bodies we want instead of the ones we mistakenly assume we are stuck with. You hear me talking? I'm not stuck with this eye, just like I wasn't stuck with this stroke. And I'm telling you something, I'm just loving all the fluid that's finally leaving. I don't see no more fluids around my ankles, around my knees. I think it's more internal now. My arms are moving better. I'm walking better. I don't feel in that balloon state all the time. So many adjustments are happening. And I'm really thankful for energetic medicine and what I offer you through the Nest Health Wellness Tools, because being able to use the My Health device and scan myself and create specific protocols just for me, the same as I offer you, which I really have been applying greatly this past 3 months, and looking forward to really buying the infoceuticals and sticking to the whole protocol, because just using the My Health device and using that comes up for me has done so much for me. And I know I'm well over my time of 27 minutes in, and the talk that I want you to listen to is 26 minutes long. So thank you. Reach out to me any way you want to through my websites. Call me 202-248-7749. Give me a call. Send me an email, DDAVISFOULKS@gmail.com, Davis-Foulks. Thank you for joining me this year. I appreciate you so much. Listen to the shows I'm going to select for the next 3 shows until we come up on our panel radio show, our year-end conversation. I love you all for coming aboard, especially for bringing the children, the elders, getting them started in the right direction to become their own wellness doctor, making conscious self-health care moves, mental observation view is essential for self-success. I love you all. Peace and blessings, because I've been so blessed to be able to share with you all year long. Woo woo! On board the friendship train. Everybody shake a hand, make a friend. Woo woo! Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified anthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words sell, CELLLIFE.com. Hey, we gotta help one another.
Greetings, everyone. I want to talk with you about the profound arc of transformation that we are in now across the next 11 years, but particularly intense between now and the end of 2024. This is a profound time of transformation. We are actually in the time of the apocalypse. As I say that word, what does that bring to mind for you? Does it remind you of films about the end of the world, about death, destruction, the end of humanity and the earth as we've known it? Well, interestingly enough, the deeper meaning of apocalypse, coming from the Greek root, is the great revealing. It is about when what has been hidden is uncovered. It's the great unveiling. It is the opening of our consciousness to who we truly are here on Earth as part of the galactic community, as part of cosmic consciousness. We are in the time of the apocalypse, when we are called to remember who we are and what we're capable of as humans. Our capacity for expanded consciousness in order to come into more co-creative community with each other, into more unity with cosmic consciousness, to transform our world and move into a time of enlightenment. This is what is possible for us. But one of the things that's important to know is that the astrological energies that we're in, the patterns of the planets and stars, are guiding us through this time of transition and transformation. They are our blueprint. But like Bruce Lipton, pioneer in epigenetics, talks about when he talks about the meaning of epigenetics, it is that realization that our genes are our blueprint. They are not our destiny. How they unfold and how the cells in our bodies respond is based on our beliefs, on our interpretation of our external reality, how our bodies manifest either in health or disease. depends on our beliefs and on our consciousness. And in much the same way, how we navigate this profound time with the stars and planets as our blueprint, as our guide, will depend on our consciousness. This is such a critical time. And if we are caught in fear and our trauma individually and collectively is activated, we will become reactive. We will manifest the very thing that we fear. And we will play out that shadow side of apocalypse that is about disaster and destruction. But if we navigate these times with expanded consciousness, coming from the heart and a place of love, then we have the capacity to move into a new age and a new world beyond our wildest imagining. And I truly believe these next few years are a critical threshold time. We're now in the final degrees of Pluto in Capricorn. The meaning of Pluto in Capricorn is about the transformation of our systems and structures in our societies, in our global community. Pluto in Capricorn is saying the systems and structures that are out of balance, that are corrupt, that are about power over, that are about injustice, that are generating fear and destruction and exploitation of the earth and harm to the people on the earth and the life creatures on the earth. Those forms need to stop. Whether they're manifesting in politics, economics, medicine, education, whatever the arena, those systems and structures need to crumble and die in order for the new forms to emerge. Pluto is that planet of alchemy, burning away what no longer serves us to allow the true gold, the essence of what is true, to emerge. As Pluto is in these final degrees of Capricorn, and it will begin to move into Aquarius March of 2023, and then it will go back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn until it fully moves into Aquarius November of 2024. I truly believe that is the threshold. That is where we cross into that energy of the age of Aquarius. But between now and that time, we're in this transition that is about a death rebirth. And what's critical is that we understand the larger unfolding that's occurring. Otherwise, that Pluto in Capricorn, which is sextiling Neptune in Pisces, that's a powerful combination. If we're working it consciously, it is about letting go of the old forms, Pluto in Capricorn, and holding a sense of faith and trust, Neptune and Pisces, that we are being guided, we are being carried into new ways of being. And that Neptune and Pisces is not only helping us come from a place of trust in cosmic consciousness, guiding us through this transition, but it is about holding compassion for each other in this time of uncertainty. And it is about honoring the increasing, expansive sensitivity to energy, consciousness, capacity for spiritual awareness that we're capable of. This is the time that we're in. However, if we're caught in fear, if we are not working these energies consciously. Then Pluto in Capricorn, instead of being the transformation of the structures that need to die in order for new ones to emerge, it can be the determined effort to sustain those structures that are about power over injustice, greed, corruption, destruction. And how is that done? Neptune in Pisces, through illusion, delusion, fostering fear, anxiety, overwhelming uncertainty. Neptune in Pisces. And what are we seeing play out in the world right now? What are we being bombarded by mainstream media? It's all about fear. And it's an increasing narrative of fear that fosters a survival mentality, and it triggers reactivity. And when we're caught in fear, whether it's about the pandemic, it's about the economic instability, it's about the increasing climate change disasters, whatever the narrative, the content, the intent is to foster fear, which then not only fear shuts down our immune system, so we are then more susceptible to whatever viruses or whatever we're exposed to. Our bodies are more apt to go out of balance or fall into dis-ease. But fear also constricts our capacity to love and our capacity to expand our consciousness. And the more we're caught in fear, the more we are able to be controlled. And the more likely we are to give our power away to anyone in a position of authority who is telling us, this is what you need to do to be safe, and this is what you need to do to protect those that you love. This is how you will survive. And out of our fear and our concern for others, we increasingly then give our power away until we find ourselves trapped in tyranny and caught not in this new age of Aquarius, of enlightenment and co-creation in community, but caught in a world order with an authoritarian structure dominated by power over and greed. I would encourage you to look carefully at what is going on in the world right now. I would encourage you to not accept the mainstream media narrative. Dive deep. Do your own research. Search for the truth. Don't get caught in polarization. Don't get caught in extreme reactivity that we're seeing also going on around the world. Stay centered. Dive deep. Explore what is true, what is real. Look at the facts. Do your research. But also turn within. Get centered in yourself. Align with your connection with the earth and with the sky and with your spirit guides, and listen to your own intuition and your own inner knowing. Do not give your power away to anyone or anything. I truly believe the meaning of the Aquarian age that we're moving into is the sovereignty of the self in the sanctity of community and in unity with cosmic consciousness. The sovereignty of the self. We are being called, as we move into the Aquarian age, to reclaim that awareness that each of us is a unique and creative expression of cosmic consciousness. And it's when we claim that sovereignty that sense of our uniqueness, that we not only take responsibility for our health, for our bodies, for our own emotions, but we align with the soul self and are able to live our purpose and bring out our unique gifts in the world. The sovereignty of the self. Capital S. The self in alignment with the soul self. The sovereignty of the self is that awareness that we are but a drop in the sea of cosmic consciousness. The sanctity of community is the realization that the meaning of the age of Aquarius is for us to form new connections, a new sense of community with each other that is not founded on division, hatred, hostility, competition, tribalism, nationalism, polarization, but based on the sense that we are diversity in unity, that we are have an incredible capacity to co-create a world together that is about justice and love and equality and respect and compassion. In that way, we move from this low level of biological evolution, of survival, into thriving. Thriving among any species is that awareness of the power of cooperation and collaboration. That awareness of the extraordinary strength of biodiversity and of our human diversity. We are being called into the sovereignty of the self, in the sanctity of community, and in unity with cosmic consciousness, to remember who we truly are as humans, that we are spiritual beings having this earthly experience. But as we remember who we are and expand into these higher states of consciousness, we remember our capacity to open to the wisdom of the cosmos, the energies of the earth, the awareness that everything is conscious, everything is pulsing with the sentience and the vitality of the consciousness of the cosmos. And then we come back into harmony and come back into that symphony of the spheres. This is what we're moving towards. And what's extraordinary is I truly believe that is the call of the age of Aquarius, and what this blueprint of the stars and planets and Mother Earth are guiding us into. And I believe these next few years between now and the end of 2024 are that time of letting go of the old forms in order to move into this new way of being. But remember, any rite of passage involves that liminal time where we have to let go of what's been secure and familiar, as miserable as it's been on the planet in so many ways with how we've been living, particularly in these past 5,000 years. It can be hard to let go of what's known, what's familiar. But if Neptune and Pisces, we surrender to that letting go and to the openness of this new birth we're moving into, then we have the capacity to open to an extraordinary new sense of ourselves and co-create a new world. As we move across that threshold into the age of Aquarius, then across the next 7 years, from 2025 to 2032, I believe it will be the unfolding, the opening, the expansion of these energies of the Aquarian age to take us to 2032, when, as I've talked about in a previous video, we experience in June of 2032 that new beginning cycle of Uranus and Saturn. radically new forms and ways of being. Saturn conjunct Uranus. It will be in Gemini, but as I talked about in that earlier video, in the sky, that conjunction of Uranus and Saturn will be in the upraised arm of Orion. That is symbolic, Orion, of the god Osiris, the one who dies and is reborn. That upraised arm of Orion is the symbol of the resurrection experience. The apocalypse has revealed who we truly are. The veils have lifted. The hidden mysteries are brought back to awareness, and we rise into a higher state of consciousness and a completely new understanding of our humanity and our capacity to co-create a new world of compassion, love, freedom, truth, harmony. I find it extraordinary that in June 2032, right around the time of the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, at least here in the northern hemisphere, at that time around the solstice, not only will Uranus and Saturn be in that upraised arm of Orion, but the Sun, Mars, and Venus all clustered there together. The Sun, our essence. Venus, how we are in relationship. Mars, how we take action. Uranus and Saturn, new forms. This is the promise. This is what these planets and stars are guiding us into. A resurrection experience, going through the revelation to the resurrection. At that time, June 22nd, 2032, the moon will be full in Sagittarius, in alignment with the galactic center, and under the care of Ophiuchus the healer. A time of healing, a time of alignment with Source, a time of resurrection, new ways of being. It's extraordinary. The book of wisdom of the earth and sky are saying, wake up. This is what this time is about. Remember who you really are. Come back into your connection with your soul self, an alignment with the earth and sky, and expand your consciousness to remember you are a drop of the sea of cosmic consciousness. But if we don't awaken, if we don't allow this apocalypse to be the revelation it's intended to be, if we don't move through this time consciously to move in concert with these energies calling us to our own resurrection experience individually and collectively, we can shape the outcome to be radically different. These energies are a blueprint, but how they manifest will depend on the choices that we make and the consciousness within which we view them. And if we come from fear, we will continue to play out the shadow side of this time, which will be increasing destruction and an obsession with death, not in a metaphorical sense, which is the intention, that we're collectively being called into an ending of an old world age that is destructive into a new, vital world age. But we will become obsessed with death in a literal, physical way. and we will struggle for our own survival. And we will lock ourselves away from each other, and we will isolate ourselves, and we will get caught in fear, and we will do things that are letting go of sovereignty over ourselves and giving power over to others, whose agenda is not about this movement into the resurrection experience, but is about control, power over, destruction. The choice is ours, and no one can have power over us unless we allow that. When we choose to align with our soul selves and align with truth and open to the energy of love and higher consciousness, we then are filled with that light and wisdom of the cosmic consciousness, and we emanate that out. And it not only guides us, protects us, helps us stay centered within ourselves, but it affects everyone around us, and it supports that larger awakening that we are so capable of in this time. I know this because I'm in contact with so many of you from around the globe who are holding that light of consciousness and love in profound ways. And it's not about doing great deeds. It's about being in that energy, in that consciousness, in that light of love and wisdom, and holding it here, energizing it, supporting each other in that, connecting together to create that energetic web of healing that supports the revelation, the transformation, and the resurrection. This is our time. This is why we are here. Let us hold that energy together. Blessed be.
Wake up. Yeah.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadija Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, ConsciousSelfCare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.